everybody, welcome to the Empressive channel. In this video, I want to talk about the whole drama between Megan Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez, and Akademiks. I know I'm late on it, but I want to talk about it in this video. But before I do, I first want to get into this whole topic of whether or not Megan Thee Stallion is a rap superstar. Now, the reason why I'm talking about this is because this debate has come up online. It was first started by Punch from TDE, and he was asking who were the current rap superstars of today post Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Drake, and Nicki Minaj. Now, there were some names that came up like Lil Nas X, Doja Cat, Cardi B, and Megan Thee Stallion, who are all stars in their own right. Also, Nav Josh tweeted, stars with potential to be superstars right now would be Megan Thee Stallion and Jack Harlow. So as you can see, there were several names brought up, and Megan's name was brought up a lot, but there were some people who felt differently about Megan being included in the list. Joe Budden was one of those people. He said on his podcast that Megan is not a superstar because she doesn't sell records.
You cannot be. I'm telling you what I think. You're not a superstar if you can't sell an album, yo.
Okay.
What the fuck are we talking about right now?
You can think that.
Well, that's back to. Well, if that's the case, then we throwing Meg in there like Ish said. Because what stops her from being a superstar if we taking out sales? She ain't sold shit. Got every brand deal in the world, but also has all the backing from mad different people. She got a lot going on.
What's gonna happen with a superstar?
She don't sell
Pardon me,
albums.
it's going to happen when you fucking not a superstar, because that's the game today. Griselda has a lot going on. There's mad artists that have a lot going on. Your management team got to be a whole fucking company of people. Your fucking stylist got to be from here. You got to have a team of know-it-all people. Y'all just mixing rules up. Y'all just saying shit.
Games change and evolve, man. I hate to be the one to tell you. It ain't gonna
But
stay
it
the
ain't-
same
but-
way it was years ago. It's
You're
not.
right, but it ain't there now. You still got to know how to sell a fucking album. When Adele come out, you got to move. When niggas come out, you got to move.
Which is why I said to
When a
be in that, you gotta be a pop star.
No, when a superstar comes out, you rest of you mortal mere minion niggas have to move. Nobody does that for Lil Nas X. Nobody does that for the 7 Meg Thee Stallion releases that dropped over the past 2 years. What are we saying?
Now, I strongly disagree with Joe Budden about Megan not selling albums and records. First of all, you can look at the RIAA site and see how many plaques, certified platinum and gold plaques, that she has accumulated in the course of 3 years. Anybody who would fix their mouth to say that she doesn't sell records is a whole lie. The proof is in the stats, people, okay? Just do the research. Megan has done very well for herself. She's very successful, and she has a great team behind her, and she obviously has enough engagement and star power to get all of the brand deals that she has. So I don't think we should discredit Megan in that way at all. I do think Megan is a star in her own right. Would I say she's a superstar? No. I think in order to be a superstar, there's a certain criteria that an artist has to meet. To me, the biggest criteria is they have to do an arena tour around the world. They have to do a world tour with no problem. Beyonce is one of those artists who could sell out stadiums. You have other artists like Ariana Grande and Bruno Mars who could go around the world selling out arenas. You have rap artists like Kanye, Drake, Nicki, who have done world tours. So a solidified star has to be able to do that. And I could tell you, majority of the artists in the industry who have only been out within the past 4 or 5 years can't really do that. So everybody can't get the superstar status. There's a lot of work that needs to be put in before they could reach that level. And people have to realize that it's not just about sales and streams. It's also about their reach to the people. How many people are going to flood their concerts? How many of them are going to spend thousands of dollars and fly from all over the world to come and see them? How many people are going to do that? So I think being a superstar is a special status. There are a lot of potential superstars out there, but they have to really prove themselves before they can get that stamp. Now on to the next topic. Several days ago, there was a huge social media war that happened between Megan Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez, and DJ Akademiks, and it stemmed from the current case that's going on between Megan and Tory. Now, just a refresher, Megan accused Tory of shooting her. There was a dispute that happened between Megan, Tory, and Megan's ex-friend Kelsey, and in the middle of their argument, a gun was fired. And Megan claims that Tory was the one who shot her. So right now, Tory is looking at some serious charges, including assault with a semi-automatic firearm and a charge for carrying an unregistered weapon. Now, Tory did plead not guilty to shooting Megan, and the other two witnesses in the case haven't really backed up Megan or Tory's story. So the whole case has been up in the air. Now, the DA's office did say that they have enough evidence to prove that Tory is guilty in court, but Tory's defense team seems pretty confident that he will be exonerated. So we don't know what is going to happen. We just have to wait until trial. Now, things took a very messy turn this past week. Megan Thee Stallion got into it with Tory Lanez and DJ Akademiks on social media. Now, if you don't know, Tory had another hearing last week, and it came out that Tory's DNA was not completely confirmed to be on the gun. The results came out as inconclusive, so they don't really know if his DNA is on there or not, okay? Now, DJ Akademiks posted about this. He first said that no DNA was found on the gun, but he had to delete the tweet and clarify that the results were inconclusive. Now, Megan was upset about Akademiks posting about these results because she thought that he was actually lying. She said this: "Y'all got breaking news 15 minutes before court started and nobody has even been called in yet. Y'all trying to win a social media campaign. This is my real life. Y'all trying to get retweets spreading false narratives. Akademiks, why are you lying? What did you gain?" Akademiks, however, doubled down on his statement and said that he wasn't lying, and he claimed that he saw the DNA results.
I seen the DNA test. It's part of the discovery. I'm telling you what it is. It's not some other shit. It's something that is in court, but you won't see it at a court hearing. They're not going to court to argue about it because they're not at trial yet. Meg Thee Stallion is not the one that's pressing charges against Tory. It's the state of California. This is the reason why I'm mentioning court documents and Meg don't know about it. It's in the state hands. This isn't Meg. I know we talk about like it's Meg versus Tory, but they're using Meg as a victim. It's like a domestic violence case. So they're like, yo, okay, good. So you just kind of like stay over there and we're going to handle it. And they might ask her for like additional details in terms of proving whatever they have to prove, but it doesn't mean they're running everything they know by her. You get what I mean? They probably give her an update from time to time, but she's not like, those aren't her attorneys that's going at Tory. That's a district attorney. That's the state. Or actually, well, it's a state attorney, actually.
Now, Megan replied back to Akademiks' post about the results, and she said this: "Big Ak, little boy, please. Why would you post there was no DNA found, but now saying it's inconclusive? How are you specifically able to see documents before they come out in court? What you saying is his lawyer sharing evidence with bloggers? Got it. Take your big self on somewhere." Now, Tory Lanez chimed in and said, "You can't buy and tweet your way out of this one. Not today." And this set Megan off. Megan exposed the text messages she got from Tory after the incident. Now, in the text, Tory said, "Meg, I know you're probably never going to talk to me again, but I genuinely want you to know I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart, and I was just too drunk. None of this stuff should have happened, and I can't change what did. I just feel horrible." Megan then said in her caption, "Lie your way out of this. If you ain't do nothing, what was you apologizing for? The lawyers got your phone records and mine, all your texts. They got you recorded on the jail phone talking to Kelsey, apologizing, begging us not to talk." Hoo-wee. Now, I will say this, Tory's tone sounds really guilty in these text messages. Even though he didn't specify what he was apologizing for, it's reasonable to believe that he was apologizing for something pretty bad. Now, I do believe Megan is trying to use this as a part of her evidence against Tory, but it's not going to be strong enough because Tory was very careful not to say what he was apologizing for. But when Megan posted these texts online, he then came back and revealed what he was apologizing for. He said, "Good D had me effing two best friends and I got caught. That's what I apologize for." It's sick how you spun it though. So Tory basically confirmed the rumors that have been going on for a while. He was messing with Megan and her friend Kelsey at the same time. And that's what caused the argument in the car, and that's what led to a gun being fired. But yeah, this has been rumored and hinted at for a while. Even Kelsey herself hinted at Megan messing around with Tory behind her back.
We all know that I ain't never wanted none of your niggas. It was really, come to find out, your ass was fucking with a nigga behind my back that I was on first. And that ain't right, because you supposed to be my best friend.
So this is something that Megan didn't want out there because she actually betrayed her friend Kelsey. And it's really sad that this happened, because if she never messed with Tory, none of this would have ever happened. And she probably felt entitled to what her friend had simply because she was the celebrity. She was the hot girl. In her mind, the men should be chasing her, not her friend. So she stepped over her own friend to get what she wanted, and it ended up backfiring horribly. Tory is not worth all of this drama, stress, and pain. He's not a prize. He's actually kind of sleazy. The fact that he would mess with two friends at the same time tells you about his character. And I wouldn't be surprised if he was messing with more women on top of that. He doesn't care. He does what he wants to do. And I don't think Megan should have ever put her friendship in jeopardy over this man, because now look at what's happening. Look how everything transpired. She's in a case with this guy and everything is on the line. If she loses the case, her career will be on the line. If Tory loses the case, he'll face some serious jail time and he could possibly be deported back to Canada. So there's a lot on the line here, and it all could have really been avoided. It really could have. Now let me get back to the drama. Megan responded to Tory and said, "Effing two best friends, and you shot me. You know what you're apologizing for. You keep putting a narrative out there that me and my friend fell out about you, and that's not true." Really? Why are you skipping over the shooting? Just admit you shot me, because she definitely ain't do it, and I ain't shoot myself. You think it's okay to shoot me, then harass me online and make it like this was some weird cat fight. What the actual F is wrong with you? While Megan and Tory were going at each other, Akademiks was going off on Megan. He said, by the way, Megan can get the same document that they referenced in court today. Hopefully she's entitled to see what the DA will be using against Tory, being that she's the victim. It's part of discovery. Ask the DA what the completed DNA test said, then come back and apologize to Big Act. Megan, hey, I don't give a F about what you got with Tory. Y'all can play y'all PR games. We know what you and Rock Nation is doing. I don't care. Just don't try to bring in my brand in there. You literally a peon in the game. Ew, that's harsh. 1501 owns you, and you beg them every time to drop a song. You can't Lil N me never in your life. You literally signed to an N managed by a firm and signed to another conglomerate. You don't own nothing you put out. You literally won all your awards off of sympathy off of this "you got shot" line. Get your masters back, then holla. You so bothered over my tweeting out facts about Tory's case. Go ask the DA. DNA results was submitted in discovery. Why you care so much about what the internet says? Oh, I know, you've been living off of a narrative, and it's sad you made it to where if Tory don't go to jail, you don't win. Whew, that's a mouthful right there. Akademiks was going off on Megan. He was mad that Megan called him a liar. And he said some other things on his Twitch that were very harsh, and I'm not going to get into it, but I will say it's one thing to defend yourself, but it's another thing to be disrespectful. The optics don't look good when he's going hard at a woman who's supposed to be a victim. It just doesn't sit right. But aside from all of that, there was one comment he made that I found to be interesting. He said this in this tweet: "Y'all can play y'all PR games. We know what you and Rock Nation are doing." Now, I find it interesting that he brought up Rock Nation, because this is a conspiracy that some people have spewed out. There are some people who believe that Rock Nation is setting Megan up to frame Tory. And Tory himself alluded to this in his music and in one of his IG lives, and also in this tweet he posted and deleted. He said, "They lied to someone I thought was my friend. They coerced her into digging a hole that's now going to look crazy to the whole community she riled up. She's not at fault. They are. And it's sad because they truly don't care what happens to her when it's all said and done." Now, Tory didn't say who they is, but I personally think that he was trying to hint at the whole Rock Nation conspiracy. It's a juicy narrative that some people will eat up, but honestly, I don't think it's smart for Tory to tweet something like this. I don't think he should be tweeting at all. I think both he and Megan want to win in the court of public opinion, so they want to push a narrative that works in their favor, but both of them need to stop talking about this case on social media and let the courts handle it. But anyway, tell me what you all think about this whole story down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you care. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.